Good morning, friends. How are you all? I hope all of you are safe. Okay. Welcome back to our MS class. Let me share some share screen to you all. Okay. In this MS Unit 2 important classes, we already discussed about production management. Production management is one of the major department of organization. It deals about how to collect the raw materials, how to put the different orders to the suppliers based upon the situations of the demand and customer orders, and then put the order to the customers and collect the raw materials and plan for master production scheduling. Scheduling means just a timetable. So master production scheduling, and then prepare the capacities, market material requirement planning, capacities requirement planning, and arrange the materials and machineries and their settings. All of these are the few arrangements or requirements for the production department. After completion of these things, conversion of the raw materials into a finished goods, and finally, this finished goods should send to the go down. Finished goods go down, right? So these all functions are comes under the production department. It is also known as operations management. So operations management, right? So in this class, we need to discuss about, look at here, materials management importance and materials management functions and the purchase process. These are the three important topics we need to discuss here, right? So materials means here inventory. Inventory is nothing but material. So inventory management is nothing but materials management. Both are same. So already we discussed the inventory types. Inventory types here. Just to have the 5 types of inventories. Already I told you. So here 5 types means here raw materials, semi-finished goods, finished goods, and spare parts, loose tools. Loose tools like screwdrivers, wrenches, cutting pliers, like that, right? So these are the 5 different types of inventories we have. Already I told you. These inventories are also called as materials management. Now, already we discussed this graph, right? Already we discussed this inventory control techniques, am I right? So here ABC analysis means always best control, always best control. So here total finished goods and total materials divided into 3 segments. First one is A, and second one is B, and third one is C. So we need to focus upon A grade items. A grade items, right? So here price bargaining, agreement with the suppliers, and agreement with the customers, and also maintain the proper accurate reports and records. Each and everything should be under control for A category products only, not for the B and not for the C. So coming to the B, so B category items should be moderate management, moderate requirements, right? Moderate requirements we need to plan here. And coming to the C category items, we need not to maintain proper records and price bargainings, etc. Right? So that is A, B, C analysis. So divide the total material into 3 types, right? And coming to the next one, HML analysis. In this HML analysis, based upon the customer orders and based upon the price of a material, we divided into 3 types: high level, medium level, low level price material. High price materials, medium price materials, and low price materials. Next, WED means very essential, and desirable. So customer requirements and requirements of the materials. Based upon these two, we plan for these two. Very essential stage or a desirable stage. And next coming to the FSN means fast moving, on moving, and slow moving materials. So here, based upon the movement of a product, movement of a material, we plan for it. That is called as here FSN. And next SDE analysis. SDE means here scarcity, desirable, essential. Based upon the situation and based of the availability of materials in the supplier, we divided and we plan for these things. Scarcity situation or desirable situation or essential situation. And coming to the next source analysis means here seasonal and off-seasonal, seasonal and off-seasonal. And finally, last thing is here Gulf analysis. Gulf means here based upon the customer category. Government is one of the customer, and O means ordinary customers throughout our national level or state level, and FL means here local customers. F means foreign customers, means here exporting. Right, this already we discussed in there like us, and a very important thing is here economic order quantity, EOQ. So here we ordered the quantity to the supplier, so based upon our economy, that is called as here economic order quantity. Once again I want to repeat it. We order material, we ordered quantity of material, with quantity of material to the supplier. It is purely based upon our economy, that is called as here EOQ, economic order quantity. So through this graph we can find out our EOQ. So this is the point, EOQ level, right? So this cost and this level of quantity we get EOQ, right? So this is the formula, square root of 2 into annual demand into ordering cost by holding cost. Already I told you these things. Annual demand for 1 year, how much materials we need to procure. That quantity for total 1 year is called as the annual demand. And next S means here ordering cost for telephonic telephonic expenses to put the order. The telephone bill is here ordering cost. If we put the order based upon our fax or internet bill, so that internet bill and fax charges are treated as ordering cost here. So whatever it is, the cost. So the cost is used to put the orders to the suppliers. That cost is called as here S. So that is called as here ordering cost. And then H means holding cost. So holding cost means here storage expenses. So now coming to very important thing, modern methods of inventory. So here these are the 5 techniques of modern methods. So these are the traditional methods: ABC, HML, WED, FSN, SDE, SOS, Gulf, EOQ, EPQ. These are the traditional methods, right? But these are the modern methods we need to discuss in this class. So modern methods of inventory management or modern methods of inventory control. So here first thing, just in time. So it is a Japanese concept. It was developed by Japanese. So in this case, JIT system means just in time. Just the material finished now, and immediately we need to arrange the materials. Immediately we arrange the materials. That particular system is called as here JIT system, just in time. Material అయిపోయింది, వెంటనే ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా అరేంజ్ చేసేసుకుంటున్నాం. సో దట్ ఈస్ హియర్ JIT system. JIT system. So just so it is also another purpose, that is here not only arranging the materials immediately, but also plan for reduce the wastages. Plan for reduce the wastages. So this JIT system was developed by Japanese in the Japan, the manufacturing company, one of the famous manufacturing company in Japanese. So that particular country, this system was developed. So it is a modern method of inventory control, right? So here, just in time, two things we need to discuss. We need to remember. First one is arrange the materials immediately, and second thing is reduce the wastages. Try to plan for reduce the wastages in all over the process of the production. So if it is section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, whatever sections are here are there in the processing way. So each and every section, try to minimize the wastages. Try to minimize the wastages, and then immediate arrangement of materials. These two purposes, this JIT system came into the action, right? Coming to the next thing, MRP. MRP full form is here. Please remember this thing. Material requirement planning. Material requirement planning, MRP. So here, material requirement planning, name itself. So planning for the requirement of materials. So how much materials we need? How much materials we need to meet the customer demands, to meet the schedules of the company, to meet the goals of the organization. So for the meeting of the customer orders, and for the meet to the company goals and targets, for the meet the company schedules, MPS, mass production scheduling. For these three purposes, we need to plan about how much materials we required. How much materials we need to require here. That is called as MRP. So once again, planning for how much materials we need to have. Planning for how much materials we need to require for meet the customer orders. That is called as here MRP. It is another modern techniques of inventory management. And coming to the next third thing, vendor rating. It is very, very important thing. Vendor rating. Just to have the short answer question also here. Short answer questions, right? So vendor rating. Here vendor means the supplier. Simply supplier is called as vendor. So here vendor rating. Rating means just put the ranks to them. So first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, fifth rank, these are the ranks giving to the suppliers by their performance, giving with the company. So after getting the ranks, and we need to make the agreements between the suppliers to arrange and to procure our materials. And that is the point here, vendor rating. So vendor means here supplier, rating means give the preferences to the suppliers, give the ranks to the preferences based upon vendors or suppliers performance. So here we need to consider five things. First one is supplier rating. The first one is how much quantity we order or how much quantity they send. What quality we ordered, what quality they send, what time we asked, what time they delivered, and what price we asked, what price they put or they give the invoice, right? So what material quality and quantity and credit facility they provided or not. These are the 5 things we need to remember this, right, in this criteria. So once again, I want to discuss these 5 things. So here, first thing is what quantity we ordered, what quantity they send, what quality we ordered, what quantity they send, right? Quality, quantity. And the third thing, what price we ask, what price they delivered, what time we asked, what time they delivered, right? If the vendors or suppliers will give the credit facility to us or not. These are the 5 categories. Based upon these 5 categories, we plan for and we give the ratings to the vendors or to the suppliers. So this third important, very, very important thing to control our inventories. It is a modern technique. It is a modern technique, right? So vendor rating. So supplier rating based upon these 5 things: quality, quantity, price, and then time, credit facility availability or not. These 5 factors are based on the vendor rating. So these 5 factors are based upon the performance of the suppliers, performance of the vendors, right? This is all about vendor rating. And coming to the next thing, value analysis. Value analysis. So here, value analysis means check the product quality and the quantity. Check the product quality and the quantity. So here, value means product value, product capabilities, product capacities. Analysis means here checking. So value analysis means here check the analysis means check. So check the product qualities, check the product values. So that is here another technique of inventory control, modern method of inventory control, the value analysis. So check the qualities and values of a product, right? And coming to the next thing, supply chain management. Supply chain management. So here, supply chain management is another modern technique. So here we need to discuss about supply of materials from supplier to manufacturer, manufacturer to distributor, distributor to dealer, dealer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and finally customer. So these are the cycle, there are the chain, right? So movement of a product from supplier point to manufacturer to distributor, distributor to retailer, retailer to customers. So these are the chain that is called as here supply chain management. Supply chain management. So here manage the dealers, managing distributors, managing wholesalers, managing retailers, and managing the customers also. So managing these 5 links, managing 5 these chains is called here supply chain management. Supply chain management. So take the example of FMCG products. FMCG products means here fast moving consumer goods. Fast moving consumer goods. So here soaps, cosmetics, next perfumes, powders, soaps, toothpastes. These are the few examples of fast moving consumer goods. So here movement the products from the supplier to the manufacturer. So manufacturing place, the total raw material converted into a finished goods, and then the total goods will send to the distributor's point, not to the customers, distributors. After send it to the distributors, then the distributor will send these goods or will sell these goods to the dealers. After completion of or getting the dealers, and then dealers will sell their goods to the wholesalers, wholesalers to retailers. So then retailers will sell the goods to the customers. customers, we are the customers. So these are the chains. So we get products from not not directly from the manufacturing company. Just we purchase the retailer shop, right? Like D-Marts or any retailer, any nearer to nearer stores to our homes, all right? Retailer shops. So goods converted in manufacturing point and send it to and distribute it to the dealers, distributors, and distributors to dealers, dealers to wholesalers, wholesalers to retailers, retailers to customers. So here, plan for suppliers, plan for distributors, plan for wholesalers, plan for dealers, plan for retailers, and plan for customers. So these are the 6 links, or 6 links in the chain. That chain is here, supply chain management, supply chain management. So these are the 5 techniques we have in modern methods of inventory control, right? Coming to the next point, functions of materials management. So functions here, materials management means here inventory management. So materials planning, already just told you in this point, how many materials we need to have for meet the customer demands. So material planning. And next, purchase means here purchasing the materials. And next, receiving and inspection the materials. Receiving the materials from the suppliers and inspecting the materials based upon our orders. So what order we give it and what materials they send, what quantity we give, what material, what quantity they send it, what price we fixed, what price they fixed. So inspecting, just checking the materials, receiving by the suppliers, given by the suppliers. Next, coming to the fourth major thing is warehousing. Warehousing means simply go down or storage. So arranging the all different raw materials in a go down in a specific manner. So arrangement of a materials in our go down is called as here warehousing. So and also we have so proper maintain the records and proper maintain the insurance and protection of the materials and maintain the proper records. So bin card, codex methods. So these are the few techniques we are using in the housing. Housing means warehousing means here storage or go down. Next, coming to the term transportation. So another major materials management word is function is transportation, inward transportation and outward transportation. So here inward transportation means here receiving material from the supplier point. That vehicles, that materials, that maintenance, that transportation maintenance, receiving materials from the supplier point, that arrangements and that vehicle maintenance and transportation maintenance is called as here inward transportation. And outward transportation here of completion of materials, of completion of finished goods, that finished goods will send to the customer point, right? So that sending process, finished goods send to the customer point. This transportation is called as here outward transportation. Next, coming to the inventory control. Already just I told you. So these are the techniques: ABC, HML, WED, FSN, SDE, SOS, GOLF, EOQ, EPQ. Next, JIT system, MRP, vendor, value analysis, supply chain management. These all are comes under this point, inventory control. So controlling of our materials as well as our spare parts, as well as our loose tools, right? So inventory control. So ABC, HML, SDE, SOS, goal analysis, EOQ, EPQ, JIT, MRP. These are the few techniques for maintaining our inventory control. So this is the one of the function in our materials management. Next, coming to the another function, materials handling. Material handling. So handling techniques. So handle the material from section 1 to section 2. After finishing section 2 processes and handling these materials to section 3. Section 3 process is completed, then section 3 to section 4. So material will send to between the sections for processing. So that handling equipments or comes under here, material handling. So like trolleys, cranes, belt conveyors. These are few examples of material handlings. So this handling is another function of materials management. Next, disposal of scrap or and obsolete and surpluses. These are the another function. So disposal of scrap. So how to dispose of the scrap? Take the example of medicines, medicine manufacturing company. So their spoilage water or their spoilage gas is there. So how to dispose this spoilage water and the spoilage gas? So plan for these two things. And coming to the last function, value analysis. Already here we discussed in modern techniques, value analysis. So value analysis. So check our product qualities, right? So that is called as here value analysis. So production and material controls, purchasing, transportation, material handlings, receiving the materials, production control, material requirement planning, product design and development, estimation and planning. So these are the functions of materials, right? So today's session we discussed about modern techniques of materials management and functions of materials management, right? So modern methods, a JIT system, immediately arranging the different materials and try to reduce the wastages. JIT system, MRP, how much quantity of materials when it required for to meet the customer's demand. That is called as material requirement planning. So planning materials, how much requirement is there to meet the customers. MRP, value analysis, check the product qualities. So supply chain management. So supplier to manufacturer, manufacturer to distributor, distributor to dealer, dealer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to customers. This is the chain. Each and every link we need to manage here. That is supply chain management. And another important thing is vendor rating. Vendor rating is here. So vendor means your supplier. Rating means give the ranks based upon their performance. So here we need to consider 5 things. First one is how much quantity we ordered, how much quantity they send, what quality we ordered, what quality they send. So what price we ordered, what price they fixed. Next, what time we order, we asked what time they send. Credit facility is there or not. These are the 5 factors. Based upon these 5 factors, we give ranks to the suppliers or vendors. These are the 5 techniques. And already we discussed various methods of materials management, right? Purchasing, receiving, inspecting, and planning, conversion of materials into finished goods, and warehousing, transportation, inward transportation, outward transportation. These are the few functions in materials management. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. We will meet in the next session with importance of materials management and another topic we have, and we will end up this important topic session for MS Unit 2, right? Thanks for listening. Bye, guys. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.